Welcome to part 2 of the special we're doing here at the Good Friday Appeal, Royal Children's Hospital, Scott.
And we want to make it really clear that, yes, we are chatting to some very special, unique human beings, but Luke and I have also done a collab with Dripper and designed our own hoodies, and we need to sell as many as we can. And
so what can you do?
You can buy it.
You'll be able to find the link wherever you're listening or watching this podcast right now, but also all over our socials.
And also know that some of the other designs are from the kids that we're talking to today and in yesterday's episode. And I don't know which one's my favourite. Do you have one?
I think
Alyssa's
I really
Germs.
like the Germs one.
Or the
best.
Therapy Dog.
Therapy Dog's good.
Anyway, they're really cool. Go check them out. The link is in our bio, and I hope you really enjoyed this episode as well. Actually, I know you're going to.
Luke.
And
Sassy.
Scott.
I've met a lot of people in this world,
You have.
and I've got a top 5. And Levi, you're in it.
That's an honour. That is an honour.
Mate, you have been on our podcast before.
Yes.
By far one of my favourite episodes I've ever done, Luke.
It was a great episode.
You taught, I got to say this, you taught not just our listeners, right, things about your cancer, your treatment, what it's like going through hospital at a young age, quote unquote, what it's like to have your leg chopped off.
Yeah.
You taught me a lot about myself. And I'm very, very grateful for that. You're a really unique, special human. I want you to know that, mate. And so it's a privilege to have you back here. We're going to talk about a couple of things before we get into these questions.
Yeah.
First one is, when did you friggin' get your nose pierced?
I actually don't know the exact date, but I'd say like a year and a half ago.
What made you get it?
I just wanted it done, thought I'd look cool with it.
It's very cool. What have you been up to?
Just living life, really. Just trying to live life best I can, going fishing, camping. Yeah.
You go fishing?
Yeah.
What kind of fish you look for?
Oh.
Where do you go? You going in freshwater or ocean?
Just a peninsula.
Oh, yeah.
I love fishing.
Why?
I don't know.
I
got
don't
it from
like it
Dad.
at all.
Yeah, you hate it. Because you know why.
Big
What do
waiting
you
game
need?
and
No.
you're not allowed to
What do-
talk
no.
when you go fishing?
What do you need? You need patience. And you ain't got that.
No, I was not put on this planet to wait for a fish to bite a worm. Nope.
Thank you.
Fair enough.
What's the biggest fish you caught? Yeah. Or best fish?
Probably a snapper.
Snapper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kiss them and release them every now and then.
No.
How's school going?
Oh, I haven't really been to school that much this year because just trying to figure out this first and then probably just go to school when I feel like it and stuff.
So if you don't feel comfortable, but if you do, let us know. Either way, you're back having treatment again?
I just finished. Oh, I actually don't know when I finished, but I finished quite a while ago.
Okay.
But now we're just waiting what I'm gonna do next. So
Yep.
yeah.
And what's the waiting look like for you? What do you do in that waiting time? What, like, other than fishing and stuff, you telling the doctors and that to hurry up with the results, or
Honestly, I'm kind of enjoying the vacation. just sleeping in and
good man.
just doing my own thing at home.
What's sleeping look like for you? How long do you sleep
Oh,
until?
it's kind of embarrassing.
No, tell
It's
it.
like to 11.
Oh, no, you used to do that until you had the twins.
Yeah, I wish I could sleep until 11 o'clock now, mate, so keep doing it. Now, before we get too serious, who is the most important person here at the hospital? Like, AKA, like, who's the boss? Who's the real boss?
Probably Stuart Morrison.
Who's that?
My bone, I don't really know what he is.
Specialist?
Yeah, bone specialist who diagnosed me, yeah.
Do you have much to do with him?
I'm actually seeing him soon, so yeah.
Why do you look at him like he's the boss?
Because he just tells, like, yeah, your leg's looking good and,
Yeah.
you know, just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah,
And, like,
sweet.
yeah, just tells me all the important stuff that I need to know, so.
Good, I'd love to hear it.
What's something that shocks you at the hospital every time you hear?
Ooh.
Luke with the top.
Oh.
Pew, pew. What are you surprised by when you come here? Where you're like, wow, I can't believe that
that there's a hotel here
Yeah.
that I never, that, like, I didn't know till like, I don't know, like 4 months ago.
Yeah, right.
Have you stayed there?
No.
Do you
Been
want to
there?
stay there?
It looks pretty good, to be honest.
Let's book a room.
Let's go. Yeah.
Living.
Yeah, man. Let's trash the hotel room. Mate, you're very articulate and think about it or don't think about it, but can you remember the hardest moment for you here and also what helped you get through it?
So the hardest moment was obviously probably getting diagnosed. Like it was such a shock because like I've never had that big of experience in my life. Like that was just over the limit. And what got me through it is probably family and all the like therapists and the doctors and yeah.
And what was your diagnosis?
Osteosarcoma.
Were there any specific people that, like, if you closed your eyes and remembered back when, some of those times you would have felt so sick and like crap and you've gone through God knows what treatment plans and surgeries, who were the people that like made you smile or made you kind of go, okay, I'm going to be all right, or I did it yesterday, I can do it today?
Probably my mum and my dad, because those were the people who were probably staying with me the most and comforting me through, all the sad times and the happy times even. Like, they were just there all the time.
What's a happy time look like to a kid in a hospital?
Getting out.
Yeah, good one, man. Good one.
In saying that, talking about good times, what are the little ones or what makes you laugh here at the hospital?
Dad. Yeah.
Why?
Oh, he just makes me get off my phone and just, like, come play a card game with me or, we'll just joke around and have fun, yeah.
What's the one thing about your dad you love the most?
How, like, if I need space, he'll give me space. And if I need company, he'll give me company.
Well done, Dad. If you could give one superpower to someone in this hospital, who would it be and what would you give them?
Probably I'll give the doctors curing. Yeah, probably that. So they can just
answer.
cure everybody. Yeah. Get them out of this place and just live their best life instead of being stuck in here and watching all the kids play outside.
When you're a patient here, what's something small that makes a big difference in your day?
If I'm in just having chemo or just in for something, on the last day that I'm here and I'm getting unconnected my lines and stuff, I'll go out, I'll put my leg on and I'll go for a walk just outside in the corridor and I'll just go for a walk up and down, say hello to all the nurses and then come back in, and that really like gives my mental health a big boost. Because then it just feels like I'm out again, even though that I'm still.
I love that.
When a 13-year-old says the word mental health, can I ask you what that means to you?
For me, it means happiness and depression. So, like, I've been through stages where I haven't been the best kid in the world, and I've been through stages where, I'm happy all the time. But, yeah, if you definitely go outside more, you'll definitely feel more, like, happy and stuff like that. So
There's a good note in that. What are you looking forward to next, mate? What's the next exciting thing on the horizon for you?
just being able to go to school every day and just see, all my mates that I haven't got to see a lot.
Yep. Do you know when you'll be going back to school?
Not particularly, but maybe soon. Maybe we might go back.
Do we want to give a shout out to your school?
Yeah, Aquinas.
Are you an Aquinas?
Oh, we had to go sell the school books there every
No,
year,
you
remember?
got. We played footy against each other. My school that I went to and your school. We don't like each other. Sorry, get out, Levi.
What's your number one? What's your number one subject? What are you good at?
I personally like writing.
I see. I
could see the creative brain mind.
Yeah, when you say writing, creative writing,
Just writing about my story.
okay.
Yeah.
And do you and are you?
Sometimes when I'm bored, I'll just grab like a book and just write and just think of stuff.
What do you think of?
Just kind of what happened in the past.
Okay.
So, what happened in the past leading up to like this day. So, yeah.
That's special, man.
And then what happened before I was diagnosed. So, like, what my life looked like before. And then it's like a before and after kind of.
Tell me a bit more about the before.
So, before I was a really sporty kid. I played basketball. I played footy. I played soccer. Yeah. So, and then I was a very social kid. Loved hanging out with everybody. Made friends with everybody. And now...
You?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the after was I can't even have a mate over to sleep over because I just get too, like, anxiety. Like, I need space. Like, just leave me alone for a sec. And now I can't play any sport. Like, I can play sport, but I can't play basketball like I used to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so 2 things there. I'm triple your age or quadruple your age now. One thing I want to say to you there is, so in life, we change. There were days where you were able to have sleepovers and you wanted people around.
Yeah.
And then you get to times in your life where you're like, I fucking want my space.
Yeah.
Right? So that, mate, I just want to let you know, that's the normal steps of life. You change. The things you used to do, you no longer necessarily can or want to anymore.
Yeah.
So you wanting your own space is totally fine. So don't beat yourself up on that you used to be like that and you're not like that anymore, because that's progression.
And you might not even start to see it as pre and post from your diagnosis. Maybe now it's pre and post from when you were 13, pre-13, post-13.
Yeah. Yeah.
Teenager versus, what do you call a non-teenager?
A child.
There you go. You've gone from child to teenager.
Yeah.
Now to be a 14-year-old. What's 14 look like to you? What do you want to do?
Just live a normal life,
Back
to
to
be
school.
honest. Yeah. Just, let people see me for who I am and not just feel bad because I have one leg and,
Do you think people think that?
Well, yeah, I've had people, like, at school come up to me and be like,
And say what?
No, and say, like, I feel so sorry for you. Like, is there anything that we can do? I'm like, yeah, just don't see it for my leg. Just see it for me. Like, it kind of, it doesn't make me mad, but it just makes me feel like you don't want to be my friend. You just want to be, like, just feel bad for me kind of a thing.
So let me give you something else then. What if they see you, they're like, fuck, that Levi guy, he's cool as hell, right? Which you are. I truly think you are. And they're like, how do you engage with Levi? How do you talk to him? I'm going to start by chatting to him about his leg because it's something I can see, but that's just the easy thing for me to talk about to get to know him.
Yeah.
What if that's just a way people try and find a way to talk to you?
Yeah, there's that, but you can also see it in their face.
Okay.
That, they want to just feel bad. Not want, but they just necessarily feel bad for you. But if somebody was talking to me like that, you'd see them, they had like a brighter expression and like they'd be like, oh, like, what happened to your leg and like, how are you feeling and all that, instead of being, I feel so bad for your leg.
So what do you say then to somebody that you think feels bad for you because of your leg?
Well, I don't really...
Do you get me? Like, you're so influential. And by influential, I mean you have the ability to get people to believe something that you believe in just because you're passionate about it, right? And so if you can see something in somebody that you want to change, and that is they feel bad for me because I lost my leg and I don't need them to feel bad for me, right? You're able to change their mind. I want you to know that.
Yeah, definitely.
So don't underestimate, mate, yourself ever. That in those moments, it's just a moment for you to change their mind. It's not your job to, but you can if you want to.
Yeah.
I need you to finish this sentence.
Okay.
The Royal Children's Hospital Good Friday appeal is...
special.
Good on you. Can you tell us why it's special?
It's special for kids who just kind of need that support right now. In kids with dealing with depression and, going through stuff like me. But, Yeah.
Levi, yeah, now in my top 3, I reckon.
Have I been booted out?
Mate, you've never been in the top, ever. All right, bud, anything you want to ask us?
I don't want to ask you anything, but I want to say something to you. Just keep doing what you're doing and you'll eventually reach the top.
You're a good man. Thank you, Levi. Truly, I believe it. Thank you so much.
No worries.
Dr. Tom Connell, Professor, Executive Director of Medical Services, and the Chief Medical Officer at the Royal Children's Hospital. Did I hit them all?
You hit them all.
And you're a triplet.
And I'm a triplet.
Identical
Triplet.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Luke and Sassy Scott podcast.
Yes. Thanks, lad. It's great to be here.
It's so good to have you here. You're somebody that Luke and I have met a couple of times now. And you have a very infectious energy, and it's outstanding that you beat the stereotype of what you think somebody with all those titles have because you are one of the most likable people in a room.
Thanks for saying that. I really appreciate you saying that. I'm not sure about the stereotype, but I'll take it.
I truly mean it. And I think before we get too serious, tell us who's the most important person here at the hospital.
Outside of me.
There it is. Yeah. Who is the boss?
Oh, I think if you think about it, we always think about the most important person would probably be the chief executive of the hospital. But in reality, probably the most important people in our hospital is the patients we treat.
Mm-hmm. What's something that astounds you here in the hospital every day?
The commitment of the staff who work here, the sheer commitment that they provide every day. That just astounds me. But just the resilience our patients and families show during their time at the hospital never ceases to amaze me.
So that's a trait then that you see a lot of the patients have. So it doesn't surprise you when they do show that resilience every time?
What we see is our patients often teach us things and the strength that they show is often great lessons for us as well.
Is that where you'd say, you said that you're astounded by the commitment of the team and the staff, right? Would that commitment come from seeing the resilience of the kids going, or the families, their resilience is so unbelievable, so I'm going to stay committed to keep coming because I'm seeing
you got to show
something
up like them.
Come of it?
Yeah, I think that's part of it. But I think also working at a children's hospital, I think comes with a real sense of purpose for your work. So you see work as being just more than coming to work to earn money for your family and to keep your family. You see it as a true devotion in a way.
I worked in Ghana, West Africa, with children for over 13 years on and off, and there was deep purpose in it.
Yep.
And I'm not taking that away from it. However, there was real heartache, tough times where you wanted to. I did at times go, I need out. I need a way. There was disappointment that happened in the role that was so out of your control that frustrated you. Do you have them here?
Yes. I think, as much as many of the majority of patients we treat at the hospital here get better, thankfully, and they get better with the care that's provided by the staff. But not every day is easy, and the staff, we all go through experiences that shape us as human beings. The experiences that we deal with families, often the negative ones, actually impact on staff, and they take that impact away with them when they walk out of the hospital. And it shapes you as a human being. It makes you show tremendous gratitude for what you've got in your life to be able to come to work and be healthy and work and serve the children and families. But it also gives you great gratitude and empathy, and develops that empathy towards what families are going through, which can only impact on your life outside of the hospital too.
You would have come across a lot, but can you recall the hardest moment and what helped you get through it in your role whilst you've been here?
Yeah, Yes, I do, because I remember one of the hardest things that in my role, I've had a couple of, obviously as a doctor, when you're training, you go through experiences that stay with you and impact on you. And some of those negative experiences do have the potential to make you leave. And but one particular experience I went through here involved working with my whole team about withdrawing care from a child who had a very, very rare genetic condition and was clearly suffering. Baby was 3 months old. And I will never forget that experience because, and I talk about it a lot with my team, but it was an experience where working with the family and the unbelievable nursing staff that we had around us made an agonizing experience for us, ultimately in time, with the passing of time, be a positive experience for us in some way. And I've met that family subsequently. They've gone on and had other children, and they remember the care, the empathy, the nursing staff, decorating the room of this baby, infant, music, making memories, all those different things. But it was an unbelievably powerful time and very emotional time for us all. But we all got together and shared our uncertainties but also shared our devotion and our care to the child, and we all came together, and we were so much stronger in the back of it.
You just reminded me of something when my sons were born. They were ultra prem, and we were in the NICU ward, and Valentine's Day, some of the staff had made my sons, we'd walked in there in the morning and they'd made them their first Valentine's Day cards and put them on their incubators. And I completely forgot that until you just said that. And it was this tiny little moment that somebody's gone out of their way to make you feel included or celebrated. Yeah. When you think things are really hard and doom and gloom, that there's these little moments of like life outside of this room that you're in.
Yeah. And part of our role at the hospital is always that recognising those little moments, those milestones, the birthdays that happen in the paediatric intensive care if someone's in hospital for 300 or 400 days.
You make me smile when you talk, right?
This is the way I talk, my accent.
It is. Irish accent. I love the Irish accent. I do. I say it all the time.
To be sure.
And I can do the rest to be sure. What makes you laugh though here, even on a hard day?
I always look for opportunities to laugh. I've got a good sense of humour.
It's the Irish in us.
I joked today, I was doing a leadership session today, and one of our CEOs is Peter Steers. He's a king of sort of quotes. He loves quotes, loves it.
Sure.
But the one he mentioned in a meeting once was, let silence do the heavy lifting. And I said to my group today, do you know how difficult that is for an Irish person? Like an genetically Irish person, it's almost impossible to remain silent. So like 10 seconds to us is a lifetime, and you're thinking, this is one of the most uncomfortable gaps here. But I try to find the humour at families too, even in situations where things are difficult, because people love hope. There might be no treatment available now, but there might be one in the future.
You've said you've had to give some of, you've given some of the worst news to families. You've watched people overcome, go through, experience tremendous suffering, I would say, at times. In that, when you're seeing that daily or hearing about it in your daily role, what do we as people outside of an environment like this take for granted?
Good health.
What does good health mean to you?
So good health is about, really, for me, it's like physical health is obviously the obvious one where you think about good health, but when I think about health, I think about mental health being one of the most critical things for our children growing up today. And also, I've got a teenager, I've got a 10-year-old, and they're both going through different situations at the moment in terms of mental health and things like that. So that's really important to recognise.
What's something really small, I guess, that makes a big difference in your day?
I think for me, what makes a big difference to me is the small acts of kindness, right, for me in a busy day. So it might be somebody who just buys your coffee, leaves a post-it note to thank you for something. It might be somebody the other day, I was going to message them later just to say thank you for what you said about your experience with your teenagers, because we were just talking about, I'm not sure what to do here at times with my own teenager. And just the shared view and the understanding, and then saying, don't worry about that, we've all been through that. And it's sort of, you start to judge yourself a little bit as a dad, or you're thinking, I'm spending too much time here at work, or is he dropping the ball other places. But I really value that. That was only 2 minutes. but it was just it was a conversation where a peer just took the time to listen and give you some input, and that makes your day better. Just makes your day better. It's the little things. I always say to people, like in leadership roles, leadership comes in little things, little moments every day.
What are you looking forward to next?
I'm taking my first ever sabbatical. I'm a consultant 18 years at this hospital. I've never taken sabbatical. So just so happened I just kept getting into different roles, but I'm taking it in July this year. So I'm really excited about that, and thinking about some of the really the key areas where I'm really interested in for this organisation, such as advanced therapies, really exciting opportunities for us to be the next phase for this organisation. So I think I'm going to take some 6 months to do that, and it gives me a little bit dedicated brain time and a bit more just slowing down time. I think I think I'll probably struggle actually initially to settle into that.
Yes, you will. I need you to finish this sentence for us.
Yeah.
The Royal Children's Hospital Good Friday appeal is
simply amazing. One of the best experiences and fundraisers for the children of Victoria that I've ever experienced.
Thank you so much. You're a special human being.
Oh, thank you for your time,
Everything
lads.
that you do, thank you for your time
By the
coming
way,
here
I do
today.
love your jumpers. Can I buy this that I have now?
You absolutely can.
Yeah, whoever designed this, by the way, this looks really nice. Really
Ollie. That one's Ollie. Yeah,
Thank
he's
you,
one of
Ollie.
the faces of the appeal this year.
This is really nice. I like this.
That's
Really
his
cool.
cardiologist. The heart is on top of him as well, and they're holding hands. And he actually said that his favourite place in the world is the Royal Children's Hospital.
Oh, well, that's fantastic, isn't it? To hear that.
Unbelievable to hear that.
Yeah.
And just to top it all off, in one of the interviews today, somebody said the man in the car park gives my child a little star sticker.
Yeah.
It's just a car park attendant.
Yeah.
He's making something in his job, which just has to be being the parking attendant.
Yeah, it seems like everyone
Something
goes beyond.
special. Everyone here goes beyond to make sure that connection, that little something or that little moment is always there.
That's it. Yeah. Thanks, lads. That's great. Thank you very much indeed.
It's a lot to do with you. Culture's top down. Well done. All right, Justinta and Ollie, welcome to the Luke and Sassy Scott podcast.
Thank you for having us.
Anytime. Now, just really top line for us and for our listener to understand. Ollie, you're 6 years old.
Yes.
Jacinta, no, I'm joking. You're his mum, and listen, it's really complicated, and we're going to do our best at trying to, let's talk about like layman's terms, right, about what happened and why you're here and Ollie's incredible journey. And you say that the Royal Children's Hospital gave him a second chance at life.
Yes.
Now, can you just tell us really top line what he was diagnosed with?
Yes. So Oliver has a congenital heart defect. Congenital means present at birth. So he has a heart defect, which is called truncus arteriosus. So truncus arteriosus is basically where the valve does not split into two. It stays as one, which takes oxygenated and deoxygenated blood back and just sort of pulls it all in the one area. So Oliver's had 2 open heart surgeries to be able to place a conduit, which is a mechanical piece, to be able to help the blood move through his body properly and to be able to help him saturate his oxygen levels correctly.
Thank you. Now, the icebreaker. All right, that's what I like to call this one. Before we get any more serious than that, right, Ollie? Tell us, who is the most important person here at the hospital? Meaning, who's the real boss here that you think?
Rob.
Who's Rob?
My
Cardiologist.
Cardiologist.
And is Rob the one that looks after your heart?
Yes.
Yes. And how long have you known Rob for?
Nearly 7 years.
Nearly 7 years.
And you're 6.
Yeah.
And what makes Rob so important?
That he fixes my heart.
Now, we're launching the hoodies today, right? And all of the art therapy. You designed your own jumper, which you're wearing right now, which is so friggin' cool. Who is on it?
Rob and me.
So tell me, Rob's obviously very special. Mum, how has Rob, like, if he's that special to Ollie, tell us what he is to you.
So Rob is Oliver's cardiologist, and we've had him for nearly 7 years. He's been phenomenal throughout Oliver's care and has really sort of been able to bring a lot of positivity back to the situation. They've grown such a really beautiful relationship together. And Rob actually calls Oliver his beautiful boy, and they have a really beautiful relationship. Every time we're not even here for cardiology and we see Rob walking around, he will stop me and ask how Oliver is. He's there when I need something, my helicopter mum phone calls. He's there if I have any emergencies or if I need anything. So they're like, the hospital becomes like a second family to us, honestly.
And Ollie, I love the heart above you on that jumper too.
Oh, of course. Your
Cool,
heart's
isn't
there. Now, what's something that astounds you here at the hospital every day that you're here?
Honestly, just the way that it doesn't even feel like a hospital. It is literally a home away from home. It is our second home. At one point, we were frequent flyers. We were here all the time. And the phone calls that I would get constantly, the way that people would just check in, the internal referrals for child life therapy, music therapy, art therapy, social work, whatever it was, there was just always help and assistance in every area that we were never left alone. We never felt let down. So the sense of community around here is just phenomenal.
Well, touching on that and maybe digging in a little bit more, what has been the hardest moment and what helped you get through it?
There was so much unknown. And I think there is still so much unknown when you're raising a child that has a chronic illness. And the Royal Children's Hospital helps us feel incredibly supported. Every question I have is always answered. Nothing's too stupid. They're here to support. They're here to take care of us. Child life therapy, comfort kids, behavioural profiles, everything that goes into healing the whole child has been incredibly important for us. After Oliver's second open heart surgery, he was diagnosed with PTSD, depression and anxiety. So we were able to work with the hospital to be able to help him overcome that. And looking at him today, you'd have no idea.
No, what's heart surgery look like for a day for a parent?
I honestly don't even think there's words. It's, again, so much
Tiring,
unknown.
Ollie? Is it?
Are we boring you?
No, I think that's what heart surgery is.
Yeah.
It's tiring.
That's right. There's so much unknown. It's always, you sort of think you know what's going to happen going into it, and then something changes while they're in doing the surgery, and you haven't heard, and you're waiting for the phone call, and they're not calling you back, and it's been 12 hours.
12 hours.
12 hours.
What do you do in that time? Or what changed from the first surgery to the second one?
So the first surgery, I was actually 4 weeks postpartum. So I went home and
Mum.
yeah. So I just went home and was like, I'm going to sleep. That's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to sleep. I wanted to hang around the hospital, and his surgeon said, no.
Get out.
Get out of here. Go do something. You will just walk and pace these corridors, and that's just not healthy for you.
Yeah.
So we did. We went home and we slept and we waited for that phone call. And then the second open heart surgery, when Oliver was 2, we sort of just went out into the gardens and got a coffee, and just sort of, you're more experienced, a little bit more seasoned, but you're never fully prepared, I guess.
Touching on the gardens as well, there will be a lot of people listening that don't really know what the Royal Children's Hospital is like here in Melbourne, and there's so much going on. Can you talk to what can give you a laugh or make something a little bit more positive here, even on those hard times?
The aquarium, the meerkats, starlight room, the gardens, playgrounds, Hoyts, the library, all of it, the family hub.
What about you, Ollie? What makes you laugh here?
At the Starlight Room,
Why the Starlight Room? What makes you laugh there?
because I like doing crafts there and playing games there.
And the art therapy. Do you like doing the drawings and the therapy and the art therapy?
Yeah.
Now, Ollie, I've got a big hard question for you here. Ready? If you could give a superpower to anyone here at the hospital, who would it be, and what would that superpower be?
The superpower would be water balls, and I would give it to Rob.
Why?
Because Rob's my favourite, and I like water balls too.
Oh,
He's your forever. I love that, mate. Okay, now, what has this experience taught you about life that the rest of us can take for granted?
That nothing but time matters. That's all that matters. I was really selfish before I had Oliver. I cared about materialistic things. I cared about how I looked. I cared about what my friends were doing. And when you have a child with a chronic illness, everything else just sort of fades away, and all you care about is the time that you have with them, whether it's the time in hospital, out of hospital, whether you're just doing something as simple as activities. A day of being able to be home with washing everywhere and dirty dishes while it rains outside, while you watch a movie on the couch, was so priceless that it was almost like we didn't know if we'd ever get that. So time was one of the most important things to us, honestly.
Do you feel like you're getting that back now?
100%. I feel like sometimes I forget everything he's gone through, and he's just such a magnificent, kind, generous little boy, and I'm so proud of him and how he's taken everything in his stride, and he's just really, he knows he's brave, and he knows that he's different in many ways, and he knows his limitations, but he never really lets that stop him, and he's just so kind to other people and so giving, and I don't think I ever thought I'd be sitting here, the 2026 Good Friday appeal, having a conversation like this. Oliver wasn't supposed to live past the age of 1. So the fact that he's about to turn 7 is just a very full circle moment for us.
All right, Ollie, your mum just said some seriously big things, right? What does
Yes.
when you hear that you are such a special person, right, that you're gifted, that you weren't supposed to live after 1, yet look at you now. You are the ambassador and the face of the Good Friday Appeal Royal Children's Hospital. You're now a clothes designer.
You're Collingwood's #1 supporter.
How, mate, try and tell us, if you can, how does it feel being so special? Do you know you're that special?
Yes, I do.
And what makes you know that you're special? How do you know it? Do you feel it, or is it because other people tell you, or is it because of what you've been able to do?
Yeah, it's that.
And what do you like about being the face of the Good Friday appeal this year? Do you love it? Do you love talking to everyone? And who's been the most exciting person you've met so far?
Me.
I hear you may have met a Collingwood player.
Scott and Peter Mitchell.
Peter Mitchell is really cool.
He is.
And Peter Mitchell is a Channel 7 news reporter here in Melbourne. So
Yes.
he's a hero to us as well.
Yes.
So tell us, when you come here, what's something really small that makes a big difference in your day, mate? What are the little things that make you happy here?
That I get photo shoots with the clothes.
There it is.
Oh, that's very cool. And Ollie, what are you looking forward to next?
Meeting Jane Bunn.
Oh, Jane Bunn is the weather presenter here in Melbourne for Channel 7.
Jane Bunn before?
Never met Jane, so I'm looking forward to meeting
Meeting
Jane too.
Jane Bunn too.
Yes.
And what about you, Mum? Justinta, tell us, what are you looking forward to?
Honestly, just seeing the way Oliver develops and grows and being able to continue this crazy up and down journey with him. We know that another open heart surgery is on the cards in a couple of years' time, but I believe that he'll be able to face that head on, and he has a more understanding now of what's going on and what's to come, which does help a lot. But I'm really excited to be able to sort of start living the things that he talks about. He talks about when he can drive and when he can get a phone and when he gets married and all of these really wonderful things that I never thought that I would ever hear come from his mouth.
You two are really special.
Thank you.
Anything you want to say to your mum?
No.
Can I give you a tip
know how
and a hint?
Thank you.
No, not to me. To your mum.
Thank you.
There,
Anytime.
Now,
there it is.
Ollie, you know how we say how special you are? We think your mum's really special too. Do you think your mum's special?
Yes.
Love you. Careful.
Oh my God, you two Melbourne. Okay, anything, Ollie, that you want to say whilst you've got the microphone? It's yours. Go. Say whatever you want. Whatever's in your mind, go for it.
I love the Royal Children's Hospital because it's my favourite place in the whole wide world.
Can you tell us why it's your favourite place, mate?
Because it's got a starlight room and it's even got a lingo place over there.
I've just got one final question for you, Ollie. What do you say to that kid who's scared to come to hospital? Have you got a message to them?
Don't worry, it's okay.
Who's the funniest nurse?
Rob.
What should doctors be better at?
Nothing.
What's your favourite song?
I like to move it from Madagascar.
All right, now, Jacinta, what surprised you the most about your own strength?
The fact that I had it in me. I didn't think that I did. There were so many times where I just wanted to crumble. I remember before Oliver's first open heart surgery, I had a full-blown panic attack and I just kept saying, he's going to die. This is it. He's going to die. And when I look back at me almost 7 years ago, I cannot believe how I've carried myself through this and that I'm here today.
I just asked Ollie about another kid or a patient being scared to come in here. What's a message you have for a parent that's a bit worried coming in here?
That you're not alone, that there is such a community here, and I know in the beginning it feels so daunting and so scary and just all-consuming, but there is no question too stupid. There is every facility you could possibly need under one roof, and, ask the questions, cry, be human, allow yourself to grieve, and I think that it is okay to love the child that you have and go through the motions of everything while also grieving the life that you thought you would have with your child.
Well done. I think you two are very special.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming and chatting with us today.
Thank you for having us.
Luke and Sassy. Sassy. Scott.
Luke and I think it's really important that when you go to somebody's house, you say, thanks for having us. So we would like to say a big thank you to the Wurundjeri, Woi Wurrung and Bunurong peoples of the southeastern Kulin Nation, the land on which this podcast is recorded on.
Always was, always will be Aboriginal land.